Hey, what's up? We're back. We are back. We are back in the land of Skyrim. And we are... What are we doing? We are biding our time a little bit right now. Let's look into the significance of the Crimson Nirnroot. What is up with that? I am intrigued. So Nirnroots are these ingredients that are very rare. We've been playing the game a very long time, so we actually have like a pretty crazy amount. Like if we spent, like half the time, we were only like we did do some alchemy, but if we delved deeply in alchemy, we would have thousands of these other ingredients, except for maybe the moon sugar. Yeah. I did. We haven't been slowly consuming moon sugar over time to give us a little boost. All right. So anyhow, yeah, we would have had a ton of these other ingredients, but I would say that the Nirnroot is the most rare. But because we playing this whole game for X amount of hours, and we've been spending our other ingredients, and we just have been prioritizing Nirnroots, we've been able to come across quite a few. However, the Crimson Nirnroot is the even more rare Nirnroot, and it's mostly found, from what I can tell, in Blackreach. So very rare. So we're gonna try to get to the bottom of the Crimson Nirnroot. And that's to buy us just a little bit more time before we start the Civil War quest. I know you guys want me to get on the Civil War quest, but I want to make sure that I get all the votes in. So far, I'm actually pretty pleased with the outcome, but I want to make sure that everybody has a say and gets their vote. Last time I checked, the Nords were in the lead, and that's kind of where I'm leaning. But I'm very much into the voting, what you guys want, to see. So I'm intrigued to see what you guys think, and I want to make sure I get all the votes in. But yeah, so far the Nords are at the lead. I don't want to tamper with your guys' opinions too much, other than, I did admit I have a bias. I'm kind of leaning towards the Nords. But we've discovered that the Thalmor, which is this Altmer High Elf faction, is funding both groups to destabilize the Empire, and maybe take over. So there are two ways to look at it. Like, to me, I had a viewer make a good point, which, Skyrim wasn't originally, was settled by the Nords. It was originally belonged to the Snow Elves and the Dwemer. Of course, the Dwemer being more underground. This are all their machinations here, but the Dwemer were kind of everywhere. But yeah, the Snow Elves were kind of the indigenous population of Skyrim, but they've been kind of twisted and turned into the Thalmor by the Dwemer. Yeah, so I kind of lean towards the Nords because I really like Ulfric Stormcloak, and I do like the culture. I like the Nord culture, and it just has that Viking Norse kind of. And I know, like, historically the Vikings were kind of the bad boys of history, and they kind of all the plundering and the terror, and they're kind of pirates on the high seas. But yeah, like, I just kind of like the Nord culture. It's kind of very rustic, very down to earth. Um, but yeah, like I can see a lot of good arguments being made for the Empire. Oh my gosh, we have to kill this guy here, the Centurion. But yeah, like one could make the argument that if the Empire's destabilized, whether or not you're like really fond of the Empire, that would also give the Thalmor a chance to be opportunistic. And they might take that opportunity and then what am I looking for? I'm looking for something in particular. I think this. Yeah, very cool. But yeah, like Ultimate rule versus the Empire rule. Like you might not like the Empire. One thing the Empire does do good is they seem to integrate different cultures together, and at the moment, it seems that for the most part they work, but they get along. But how would you say? Yeah, like it's definitely like a tense alliance. Like for instance, Skyrim is, like though there's some Nords that are passionate about the Empire and the integration of Skyrim with other cultures. So I think there's some good with the Empire is kind of bringing these different cultures together, and they're getting along and they're sharing their cultures, and they're creating a greater empire. But on the also, it is a little, it's always going to be the Empire on top. The Imperials are always going to be the ones in charge, and the Imperial blood is going to have priority over the other races and cultures. But yeah, and then there's something beside where like Tamriel's a big place, so everybody could have their own cultural area that they like, and of course you could have tourism and ooh, a Nirnroot. Okay, so we have our Crimson Nirnroot. Sanderson's Field Laboratory. Let's head over there. Yeah, it's cool. I kind of wanted an excuse to come back to Blackreach. It's really sweet. It's got a very cool ambiance. But yeah, like there's a lot of arguments that can be made for or against the occupation of Skyrim either by the Empire or the Nords. And they're both good arguments. But I tend to lean a little bit towards the Nords, so I'm happy the way it's going, but I just want to make sure everybody has a chance to vote. We have to be quiet around the Chorus, the Coons. Maybe this way. Ooh, another Crimson Nirnroot. But it just, I want some payoff because we've just been collecting these Nirnroots throughout the whole game, and every time we see one, I'm like, ooh, a Nirnroot. And just to get a little more background on the Nirnroot and even the kind of more like interesting like Nirnroot that are more different, like the Crimson Nirnroot. Cinderions? Workshop. There's Cinderion. Cinderion? Ooh, it's field journal. Let's take a look. Take a look-see. Yes. I've spent a large portion of my life unraveling the mystery of the Nirnroot, and yet I still feel unfulfilled. The trilling sound this strange herb emits seems to taunt me, to push me even harder to discover its secrets. Even after a generous and indomitable traveler became the field collector in my stead and provided me with 5 score of the Nirnroot, I was only able to muster what I consider a mediocre alchemical creation at best. Yikes. It's like a lot of Nirnroot. Nirnroot's really rare. So hopefully he was good in his field and knew what he was doing, because that's a lot of wasted Nirnroot. This only served to strengthen my hunger and whet my appetite for the solution. It wasn't until over 50 years later that the answer to my prayers was carried into my basement workshop at the West Wheeled Inn. The first thing I heard was a familiar tone, that unmistakable warble, unique to the Nirnroot. But when I turned around, my heart leapt, and a chill ran down my spine. This was indeed a Nirnroot, but a variety of the likes of which I had never seen. The herb was awash in spectacular array of red hues, each leaf seemingly emblazoned with the innumerable variations of crimson. I couldn't move. I was completely transfixed. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined a species of Nirnroot with such a unique property. After an awkward silence, I finally managed to stammer out a few questions to the traveler who brought me this treasure. He told me his name was Obeth Arnesian, a treasure seeker from Skyrim. Apparently, he had been exploring a vast subterranean network of grand caverns called Blackreach. He had stumbled across what he dismissed as a noisy red weed. His expedition was largely unsuccessful. Blackreach is a pretty dangerous place. And he didn't want to leave the caves empty-handed, so Obeth picked up one of the Crimson Nirnroot to bring home. He said that it took some time, but eventually he was pointed my way, and that perhaps I'd pay him a fair price for it, before I could gather my wits and ask him anything else. Obeth offered to sell me the Crimson Nirnroot sample, a map showing me how to find Blackreach, and the strange key needed to breach its outer defenses. It took me a mere moments to decide. Obeth left Skingrad. Skingrad is like in Oblivion, I think. Or not Oblivion, in Cyrodiil. Yes, Cyrodiil. 1,000 Oblivion's name of the game was Cyrodiil. 1,000 septims richer, but I would have easily paid 10 times that amount to obtain the sample alone. It took a year of planning, but I was able to pack up and sell my workshop and make my way into Skyrim before delving headfirst into Blackreach. I knew I needed to set up a new laboratory, but wished to do so in seclusion. After making inquiries at the College of Winterhold, which we are Archmage of which I was an honorary member, I was directed to speak to Arvusa Sarithia, student of botanical alchemy, who had a small farm near the city of Riften. By bartering my knowledge of Nirnroot cultivation, I was able to secure Serethi Farm as a launching point for my field research. I kept the knowledge of the Crimson Nirnroot a secret from Aversa, but imparted everything else I knew to her in exchange for her hospitality. After a few months passed, but I was finally ready to enter the Blackreach. I used the Ruin Lexicon that Obeth had provided and descended into the depths. My goal was to gather enough crimson Nirnroot to produce my greatest alchemical creation to date. I was certain it would take at least 30 of them to provide the necessary catalyst. This brings me to the present. My initial research seems to indicate that the crimson Nirnroot has similar affinity for moisture as the garden variety, but also maintains some sort of symbiotic relationship with the enormous fungi that inhabits Blackreach. It's my guess that the fungi itself is a source of water, absorbing it from the moist subterranean air like a sponge. This provides the ideal environment for the Nirnroot to grow. Unfortunately, the crimson Nirnroot appears to have vastly shortened lifespan, and they are no way plentiful down here. Gathering 30 of them will be quite the challenge, but hopefully the denizens of Blackreach will allow me to gather my samples unhindered. Oh my gosh. I think they did not. I think he got shot and he came back here and died. That's depressing. But we could pick up where he left off. We only have 4 more Nirnroot to collect, so we're almost there. And here we go. 27. 28. Yeah, we're doing good so far. Ooh, I hear something. Good thing they give off that kind of hue kind of noise. I know hue is the color, but they give off a kind of vibration. So one more. Yeah, only Skyrim do you such in-depth game that you're like doing some alchemical quest. All right. I didn't think we kept all the Nirnroot on us in particular, but maybe. Yeah, it looks like we only have 6 on us. Just to be safe, I'm going to collect all 30 of them. So I'm going to go all the way out there, and plus they'll give us some extra. Sure, it'll be a piece of cake. That'll be hard, but it'll be a lot easier than the first time we went to Blackreach. Where's Waldo? You know? But yeah, so I'm thinking what I'll do, because I'll go backwards for now. So after I complete Skyrim, I feel like a lot of my fan base are people that like what do you call, like the Elder Scrolls, and B like adventure games, like just straight up RPG and adventure style games. So I feel like I'll do a poll, but I feel like a lot of people would support me if I continued with Oblivion. And then hopefully by the time we finish Oblivion, because you know, after we were with this game though, you never know what if Elder Scrolls will release another Elder Scrolls game. 2, I might go forward. The only way to go forward from Skyrim though would be to do Elder Scrolls Online. So eventually I might do Elder Scrolls Online with Oblivion or alongside. But there's just something enchanting about just the straight up standalone single player games that I really enjoy. and it's usually like a one and done. You just buy the game and you're set. You don't have to keep paying for DLCs and whatnot. Yeah, the trouble is I don't know if the Crimson Root respawn or not, because it says that we're all set to head out to the next guy, but I'm worried we just don't have enough. And it's a good thing I saved. Oop, I hear something. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, so far I've done just mostly open world RPGs on this channel. Of course, my most ongoing series are the Skyrim, Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, these were the Snow Elves. So these guys were the original denizens. And I would not be in support of them right now, and they're as Falmor. But apparently they were once really good, and then they became twisted by the dwarves. And they became these, like, really aggressive, like, territorial, like, blind creatures that only lived underground, where they used to live on the mainland, and they used to look more like elves. And we met an actual snow elf, and he was, like, very congenial, seemed like a really good culture. But in their current incarnation, they're definitely, like, pretty, pretty brutal. But that's, you know, that's kind of the Dwemer's fault in a way, which is scary, because the Dwemer, like, at least in all the Elder Scrolls games, like, you know, at least to me, they seem to be painted as these, like Da Vinci's of, like, the old world that are, like, you know, trying to make life better. But, you know, they might have just been mad scientists that went too far and, you know, destroyed their own race and people around them. Yeah, that's what I thought. Too good to be true. I was like, saw that globe, I'm like, well, if I don't mess with it, it's not gonna mess with me. But the Dwemer are still fascinating, but you wonder, like, if they had, like, the greater good of all of Tamriel in mind, or just their own, you know, desires towards scientific perfection. Man, that was a little more shallow than I thought. I can't even remember where we are. Oh, right. Wonder if it saves the Nirnroot. I can't remember if it saves our inventory. Crimson Nirnroot 9. on. Here we go. We're back on track. And now let's also give us another excuse to thoroughly explore Blackreach, because I don't think we've seen everything there is to see. Yeah. Huh, we made it this time. Yeah, super cool. Yeah. Just kind of listening for the. All right. Yeah, we're getting it done. Ooh, I heard something. Yeah. Nice. Oh my goodness, I'm stuck. There we go. We're halfway there. But I hear something. Oh my gosh. Yeah, frost trolls used to be pretty crazy, but I think we're getting to a high enough level now where they're less of a nuisance. No Nirnroot up here. Aha! 16. Such a big place. All the spore particles. If you have like spore allergies, you're done. This is like your burial ground, because it's just spores everywhere. It's a pretty cool effect though. I feel like they tend to be near the water. So if we stick around water areas, I'm just worried there might just be a finite amount and that's the case, we're gonna have to hope that we left them somewhere we can remember. Ooh, here we go. And another one, nice. But here's something. Something's trying to kill me. Just when I'm on a roll. There's another one. Oh, it's probably a Falmor. Where does he shoot me from? Uh-oh. Ah, here we go. Enough of that. Shut that down. Good night. Ooh, I think I spy with my 2 eyes a crimson Nirnroot. Yeah, I think if we stick to the water areas, we should be all right, because that's kind of where normal Nirnroot grows. There are exceptions, but stay away from those Chorus eggs, though. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll find some over here. Mayhaps, mayhaps. Uh-oh. Here's somebody's grumpy. Want to come out and talk about it a little bit more? Ah, here you are. There you go. Let's take a peek. Let's see what we got. Crimson Nirnroot 21, so we just need 9 more. Our hope is that they respawn, because otherwise I don't know if they're going to have 60 Nirnroot, per se. Like, I feel like first time we came here, there was one under this bridge. So yeah, like, let me know what you guys think in regards to, like, not just open world RPGs, but maybe like straightforward adventure games, like like The Longest Journey, or like Heroes Quest for Glory, or more Grim Fandango, because I also really like just straightforward adventure games as well. Ooh. Hello there. 8 more. Mayhaps there be one here somewhere abouts-ish. And may sooth, nay verily nay. Methinks I spy with my little eye a Nirnroot. A crimson one at that. 7 more. And I think I'll save here because I know what happens when we go over waterfalls. This place looks familiar. Yeah, I think we've been here before. Pretty sure. Yep, we already got the Nirnroot from there. We went down one of the waterfalls. There we go. Is there something over here, mayhaps? No. Then I think we met some trolls up here that we killed. Yeah, it seems like it would make sense that if all the enemies respawn, that also all the Nirnroot would respawn. Hmm. It's a dwarven sphere levitating. Yeah, I don't think we went this way, maybe. Ooh. You know what I see? Six Nirnroot. 5 There's another Nirnroot. So 5 Nirnroot. And another Nirnroot and some spiders. I have to be careful. Turning Nirnroot down here. So down to 4. 4 Nirnroot. 3 Nirnroot. I think we've already been this way. Let's keep on this path and see if we can get our last. I think we just have 2 more Nirnroot to get. Ingredients. Crimson Nirnroot. 3 more Nirnroot. 27. Yeah, I'm starting to see old paths that we've already tried. Which is not a good sign. Ooh, I don't think we've been here in a while. I don't remember seeing a giant before. Maybe there'll be some Nirnroot this away. Kind of far away from water for Nirnroot, but it's possible. Yeah. This place is huge. So I think this is the largest dungeon in Skyrim, I believe. My understanding. I'm not seeing Nirnroot sticking out, but since we're here, kill a bit of the doldrums. Let's go ahead and take on a giant. We didn't like that. Didn't like that. If he has a Nirnroot on him or something, that'd be cool. Maybe not, but we got a toe out of it. Giant toes are fairly rare. Fairly rare. Shoot. Well, if we're running in circles and we're only 3 short, we might have some stored back at Winstead Manor or one of our, or the Alchemist Tower or Wizard Tower or something. We're so close. There's a field of mushrooms there. Okay, I think we've been down this way before. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're just backtracking now. Yeah, it seems to be usually near a water source, I noticed. The Crimson Roots. Ah, I think... Yes! right. I think we just have two more. Two more Nirnroot if we can. I don't think it'll be inside the ruins. There might be some inside that city. Huh. I wonder. Yeah, that's what I thought. Pretty impressive. Something's fighting something, or something's shooting at us, or something's going on. Gotta be someplace we missed. Where? Place I'm not thinking of. Yeah, we've been there. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Haven't been over there. I'm not seeing anything from here. There's the city ahead. It's another Centurion. What's up? How's it going? Maybe it'll thank us for freeing it. What do you guys think? Look, it's gonna come give us a hug. It's like, where's that nice guy that freed me? I'm gonna go give him a hug. It's probably what he's thinking right now. That's my guess. Yeah, here's the city. I doubt it, but there might be some in here somewhere. Look, he's floating along. Aw, he's not gonna be able to give us that hug. Is there any Nirnroot around here? Yes! One? Can I get one more? Can I get one more Nirnroot? Please. Please. Just please. Just one more. Please. Ouch. Was mean. Was a mean thing to do. Is there one more Nirnroot hanging out here somewhere? Oh my gosh. Do my eyes deceive me? Yeah, we got all the Nirnroot. Alright, sweet. Let's take a look. Ingredients. Exactly 30. We did it, guys. Got all the Nirnroot. Let's skedaddle. Although Blackreach is pretty. Oh, I better save. Yeah. This thing is gonna probably kill me here. Is it not dead? Oh, here we go. Let's get out of here. Yeah, good thing there are multiple exits and entrances to Outland and Blackreach in particular, because, yeah, it's a pretty vast place. Alright, so we have all the Crimson Root. Next, we need to go give some to... Some to who? Oh my gosh. You simmer down. Simmer. Mm. Verusa? I think a Verusa is in our college, so I don't know why it's not showing up on the map. Hopefully, it doesn't mean that she's kaput. And hopefully, there's not a bug in the game. Skyrim's bugs are, it's insane how many bugs are in this game, but it's a crazy good game, but still. So we can see Verusa.
Restoration is a perfectly valid school of magic, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Colette, are you feeling insecure? Here's a...
I'm sure you've made note of who's been the most helpful during your time here, Archmage.
Good day, friend.
It could be that she's no longer with us. It's possible. Hopefully not. All the elements. It's Colette.
Why are my materials
Oh my goodness.
Once again, I have found very insulting notes left in my personal effects. Simply barbaric.
Tolfdir is Master Wizard. Certainly didn't anticipate that.
Huh, well, it's showing us. Am I missing something? They might not be in Winterhold anymore. Is she in somewhere else? I know the journal mentioned Riften. Oh, she's just out in the middle of nowhere. Okay. Let's find her and then we'll call the game for today. So it is intriguing. We'll complete the quests if we find her and she and the quest just is completed, but if there's more to it, we'll have to wait till next time. Oh my gosh. Kinda taking a guess that's the Crimson Dawn. We're here. So pretty. Such a neat game. A lot of unique landscape and almost there. I think we dropped the Dawn Guard. Ah, speaking of Nirnroot, not a Crimson Nirnroot, but boy, this guy's probably not gonna rob me. Maybe it's some hunters, who knows? Wow, I think I found the right place. What the heck is going on over there?
Time to finish this. It's nothing. No. Yeah.
There's a little storm cloak on Empire, some of that Civil War action going on. Oop. We'll wait. Gone this far, we can wait a little bit longer.
Destruction, man.
There's our gal. So she used to be at the college, is what I'm thinking.
Just don't go burning down any
We
buildings.
could always use help picking crops if you need a few extra coins.
There's a lot of Nirnroot around here.
Actually, I'm growing it if you hadn't noticed. I'm the only person alive that can cultivate Nirnroot from a seed to a fully grown plant.
Dang.
I had quite the mentor. He taught me everything he knew about the Nirnroot and its strange properties. I haven't seen him in many years. I wonder what became of him.
I think we found the body in Blackreach. I'm a nerd. So.
Honest pay for honest work.
Oh, not bad. Solver Nirnroot paid off. We got quite a bit.
I used to be. There isn't much time for that in my life anymore, I'm afraid. I actually owned a shop in Vivek City long ago, but I had to leave all that behind when the Red Mountain erupted. Perhaps someday I'll reopen a shop here in Skyrim. I knew this day would eventually come. At least poor Sinderian died doing what he loved. His field research. I told the old fool he should take it easy, but he was too stubborn. Perhaps someday I'll continue where he left off. It's the least I can do, considering how much he did for me. Is it that obvious? I've got my hands full here. Between the farm chores, cultivating my supply of Nirnroot, and keeping a tight rein on my sister Adori, there's little time for rest. Back to work.
I brought this Crimson Nirnroot for you.
You gathered quite a few of them, I see. I'll search through Sinderian's notes and find some more information about the Crimson Nirnroot and its properties. Thank you. You've done alchemy a great service by helping to complete Sinderian's work. I'd like to give you this tome. It's one of Sinderian's greatest works. I believe you've more than earned it.
Ooh. The Nirnroot missive added.
Back to work.
Sweet.
Adori, how come the fields haven't been tilled like
All right, gang. We're going to go ahead and save it there.
asked?
Thank you guys very much for choosing to watch my channel. I look forward to see you guys again soon for another adventure in Skyrim. Don't forget to vote. Check my community tab for the poll for Skyrim for the Nords or Skyrim for the Imperials. I'll see you soon.